All right, we are live. Welcome. This is Natasha Edwina. We are here for Bedtime Meditation, and I am bringing this back for Mercury retrograde, which officially starts tomorrow, the 30th. Today's the 29th, right? So I've been doing it during the shadow just to see who wants to come back, and a lot of folks that joined me in the beginning of lockdown back in March and April have come back. So it's been a reunion. I'm really happy about that. And the way that I'm doing this now is I do individualized card pulls on IG Live at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard. And I do it, I guess it's 10 p.m. Eastern. And then I come on to YouTube where we can have an evergreen recording of the meditation. So if the meditation is healing and helpful to you, then you can listen to it over and over again and continue that healing. So some of you are only here for the meditation part. So I like to pull a general card for everyone in the collective right now. So everybody tuning into this video tonight live or to the recording later on. And so here we go. I got the feeling to use Denise Lynn's Sacred Traveler deck. So we'll see what she has to say to us tonight. So as I always do, protecting these cards with love and light, unconditional love, white light, Christ consciousness, putting a protective pyramid around all of you, all of us, so that it's blocking out any negative energies and only bringing in what we need. All right, and the card pulled out right away. Oh, I love this card. I love it. Journey by Moonlight, and it's a full moon, so perfect. Believe in magic. I was saying earlier on the video that a lot of us had a very emotional and rowdy week this week leading up to the full moon. I certainly did. I had a lot of feelings. I had a lot of, let's be real, anger and rage. My whole back is actually still kind of sore, but it's loosened up quite a bit. It was just so tense. It's like my body couldn't even contain all of the energy. And some of it was coming from this, full moon energy. But the good news, just like is a metaphor for any kind of trauma, any kind of like muck or whatever lemons are coming your way, that sometimes the deeper the shit that you go through and you navigate, the more magnitude on the other side for magic and miracles. And so now is definitely a time to believe in magic. It's definitely a time to believe in miracles. So every time you start to dream big about something that you could be doing or want to be doing, and you say that's not possible, like it's not physically possible, or it's not, there's no time, there's no money, just cancel, clear, delete, let that go. More than ever in human history, we're living in a time not only of instant manifestation and the impossible being possible, but also as we're moving into the age of Aquarius, it's about technology, it's about innovation and in holistic health and this ancient wisdom and respect for the land and respect for indigenous cultures and people that have been stomped on, and all of that stuff is coming back into awareness. So right now is a time when we are combining that ancient wisdom with modern science and this technology. And so we are just going to be zooming forward in so many different areas right now. So buckle your seatbelts and be ready, get ready. If you're already feeling motion sick because there's been so many unpredictabilities and changes or whatever, this is just preparing us. Get used to this because it's going to be like this for a while. And a lot of old structures are going to be crumbling and shifting and breaking down. And intuitively, I believe this is going to be the school system. I'm already seeing the breakdown. I think it's going to be the court systems, the justice system. Obviously, some political shakeups have already happened, and we'll see how that plays out. Definitely government. And then the US is going through their Pluto return right now, which is when Pluto comes back into the chart, the same place it was at the birth of the US. And the whole thing is Pluto's all about transformation. So the US is going to be changing no matter what. And is it going to be a change for the better or a change for the worse? We'll see. I believe it's going to be for the better because we're believing in magic, right? So really, really, really place your thoughts where you want them to be. And I know that you have fears and anxieties and worries. We all do. We all do. And it's okay, because more than ever, life does not have to follow the linear rules, and life does not have to follow what we believe to be possible. in what we formerly believed to be possible. Think bigger, dream bigger, even bigger. And look inside and see what lights your heart up. See what you're passionate about. See what could make the world a better place, not only for you, but for everybody else that's around you, and just staying warm, basking around your light. Think of yourself as a campfire. How can you be bigger and brighter and burn hotter and be more beautiful with, all the reds and the yellows and the little blue even, and sometimes the purple and the flames, so that more people can warm and warm around your light. So that's what I want you to think of. Believe in magic. Okay, that is the card for tonight. And now we are going to prepare to meditate. Last time I said I was going to do a 20-minute meditation, and I think it ended up being 40 minutes. So no, I had no complaints though. Everybody stuck with me. So that was good. So we'll see what happens today as I tune in and flow with these energies. Okay, let's see. Just trying to see if I can. All right, I just want to make sure I can see comments if anybody needs to put in a comment. And if there's anything, if you're watching live and there's anything that in particular you want to focus on, I usually go with the themes that I'm noticing in folks that I'm talking to, and then also the cards that I pull for folks prior. I tend to weave those themes in, as well as the card that we just pulled. So as you relax, let's focus in on the breath. And actually, I can do something that will help you focus on the breath. This is a singing bowl. I think this one is tuned to the heart chakra. That's why it's green. It's a color. And I'm going to ring the bowl. And so what I'd like you to do, this trains your brain to focus, is listen until you can no longer hear any vibration of sound. So you're really just tuning into the sound. Okay. And before you slow down the breath, just noticing the quality of the breath. How easy is it to receive the breath? I know last time we did a meditation on receiving and abundance and clearing space. So if you need some work with that, go back to last Tuesday's meditation on abundance. But I'm not surprised if it's easier for you now, if you were there last Tuesday, to take these nice inhales. Breathing in through the nose and seeing if the breath goes all the way down to your belly, or does it want to stop in the chest, kind of constricted. And if it stops in the chest, that's okay. It just is your body talking to you. Your body is saying that you're holding on. You might be holding on. Most of the time when I'm holding on, it's other people's shit. It's not even my own. I've got plenty in my own bags too. But when I go in and check, it's usually somebody else's stuff. Their projections, their limits, their shame, whatever it is. And I'm so kind-hearted and strong that I want to take away everybody's pain, and I'll even carry it for them before I even realize I'm carrying it. I don't notice until my shoulders start to ache. So if that's you too, you might feel that in some tightness in your chest. And sometimes that tightness in your chest is protecting your heart, because you're afraid that you could give away too much love, which is not possible, by the way, but we can give away too much energy. we can exhaust ourselves. Doing for others what they are fully capable of doing for themselves. And a lot of times you are helping them out or doing for them because you're capable too, and you know you are, and you're strong, so you just do it. But the problem is when you do for others where they're fully capable of doing for themselves, and I'm not talking about like a gift or generosity, I'm talking about a long-term pattern of doing this. You encroach on their growth and their transformation, and you encroach on them building their spiritual and emotional and physical muscles. And so if that's what you need to remember to be able to pull back and to know that I'm going to give this person an assist, a boost, I'm not going to take over what is going to be good for them, but I am here to support. And then you can let go and release, and you can start to receive easier. So receiving the breath now. Feeling it very expansive and maybe an audible exhale. As you release and let go, we're still in this full moon energy, so it's all about releasing and letting go. And on your next breath, I invite you to visualize opening the windows. It's like opening the windows of your house. Maybe you're opening the windows of your aura or your soul body or your biofield, letting the fresh air in with your in-breath. And then with your out breath, all that stagnant air and dust and old stuff is blowing out. Blowing out the window. Fresh air in. Stagnant, dusty, stinky air out. And do a couple rounds of that until you feel complete. And when you do, you can close your windows, seal up the space, have it be nice and cozy and warm. And create your sanctuary inside yourself. And so that you know that whatever changes are coming, whatever changes you've been through, that your true home is within you. Home is wherever you are. Home is where the love is. And it might be love between family members. Many families have come closer together now out of necessity, which is a beautiful thing. Others have realized that to preserve and keep their family healthy, they need to physically be apart. That's no longer compatible energies or life paths. And we can be grateful for that. And so the love might be on a solo path. The love might be in your tribe or your friend group. And actually aligning with people that you want to spend time with, that lift you up, that are traveling to the same timelines and the same future that you are. The love might be with coworkers or people you're collaborating with. Of course, the love might be with a new partner or an old partner rejuvenated. Wherever the love is, that's where home is. And if you feel like you're missing love in your life, that's okay, because it starts with you. You create it. What makes you feel that feeling of being loved? A warm bath? Fuzzy socks? Soft pillows? A down comforter in your bed? A clean house? Making yourself a cup of tea? Laughing? Cacao? A piece of yummy dark chocolate? sunset, painting, music, maybe a sensual, sexy, flirty dance in front of the mirror. Maybe even every time you pass the mirror, saying to yourself, I love and accept you. I trust you. I honor you. I love and accept you. I forgive you. Creating that love is so important, not only before our great love arrives, but also once we're in partnership, because it can be very easy to over accommodate or merge with another person and forget to put ourselves first. But ultimately, we always need to put ourselves first, yet stay connected to others. The reason we have to put ourselves first is because if we're not healthy and happy, then we can't help anyone else out. We are responsible for us. One of the meditations and statements that I shared from Louise Hay in my card pull was a statement that can help you release the past and really powerfully break patterns. And this statement is, I now realize I am responsible for the pattern of blank in my life, and I am willing to release it now. I now understand that I am responsible for the pattern of blank in my life, and I am willing to release it now. What is the thing in your life that is most holding you back? That is your greatest annoyance at yourself, the thing that you feel guilty about, the thing that you have to constantly try to forgive yourself for. Put that in the blank and see if you're willing to release it now. And if you're not willing to release it, why not? What function does it serve? It wouldn't be in your life if it didn't serve a function. But often that function is the subconscious brain talking, or the small little, sometimes even toddler brain. It remembered something and it held on to it. And this is a totally different space and time, but we still held on to that, rigidly gripped to that old, outdated belief or fear. If you're having trouble with something like that, contact me so we can do some hypnosis and get rid of it on a deeper level. NatashaEdwina.com. So being willing to release and let go, just like you were letting go of the breath. Now, what are you willing to accept? Are you willing to accept and receive miracles? Are you willing to receive and accept magic? When your greatest love shows up, let's say that person who has all 65 things that not only did you need, but also the things that you desire just because. When they show up in the flesh, are you believing in magic? Are you recognizing it? Are you accepting it? Are you realizing that instead of if it's too good to be true, it usually is, we can cancel, clear, and delete that statement. And this is what I like to say. If it's too good to be true, then it's meant for you. If it feels too good to be true, then it's meant for you. That zing of, is this real life? Is this really happening to me? I'm old enough to know now that whenever I've had that feeling a handful of times in my life, it's been a huge turning point into a positive direction, and it was a crucial pit stop, a crucial person, place, or thing arriving in my life that is a transition into my next purpose, my path. And so when you feel that, when that shows up in your life, please honor it, accept it, indulge it, go with it, listen to your intuition. Be mindful, be discerning. Pay attention to any red flags. Sometimes there's yellow flags. You might think this could be suspicious. Someone just keep an eye on it. That's a very proactive way to look at things. But be paying attention to those green flags, all of those things that give you a full body yes. Not an escape, like I'm running away to indulge in this thing, but a full body yes. And you know this, even if let's say your dream home shows up. I was desiring to live by the ocean, right on the ocean, by the cliffs, when my children were very young. My husband at the time and I found a listing in a beautiful part of San Diego. It was too good to be true, right? However, this time I did not think if it's too good to be true, it was meant for you, because I had this feeling, this nagging feeling of anxiety. So it wasn't a feeling of awe or wonder. It was a bit of that, but mostly mixed with a gripping tightness and anxiety. And so despite that feeling of tightness and anxiety, we decided that we were going to take a chance on this gorgeous place that we had just manifested. And so it would require a lot of sacrifices. There was no storage. It was a smaller place. And at the last minute, the renter, the person who was renting to us, pulled out and they canceled the deal. And what we later learned is it was a short-term rental. They were only planning to rent it to someone until they sold it, which could have been in a week, 2 weeks. And us being a young family, uprooting and selling a lot of our stuff just to live in this place that they were not authentic and fully disclosing their plans, would have been very disruptive to our life, and we might have only been there for a short time, uprooted from our former home. So definitely listen to those red flags, listen to that anxiety. It usually shows up as like a gripping in your solar plexus, a tightness in your tummy, your core. But if it's too good to be, it feels too good to be true, it's meant for you. That feels like a warmth in your belly, an expansiveness, a radiating, like a sun is in your belly and it's giving you tingles all the way out through your arms and legs. So all you need to do is go inward, connect with your breath to know the difference. And please know that you deserve miracles, you deserve the best, you deserve to have your dreams come true. So visualize them, write them down. What's the worst thing that could happen? The worst thing that could happen is they don't come true and something very close to it comes true. Or maybe something even better, and most things, you link back to your most beautiful blessings. They happened in a way that you couldn't even have planned if you tried. They were so beautiful. More beautiful than you could have ever orchestrated on your own. So leaning on that trust and faith and knowing that you have a whole team of spiritual advisors and spiritual helpers on the other side that are helping to guide you. So why don't we get in touch with them now? As you're in this semi-altered state of relaxation and nervous system cool down. Imagine yourself as a little baby in a wooden cradle. Just this precious little soul, new on the planet, needing so much guidance and protection and support, yet so open to everything, completely mesmerized by joy, smiles, laughter, stimulation, something new, and quick to protest with hunger or discomfort or pain. And as you feel yourself in this little baby body, imagine a team of spiritual advisors, guardian angels, ancestors, religious figures, animals, pets. See who's circled around you, looking down lovingly on you. Notice who shows up. Notice how many there are. How are they dressed? What is their energy like? These are all folks who love and adore you and have committed to be part of this life purpose, your life here on the planet, to be sourcing you and guiding you and whispering to you and protecting you along the way. Since you agreed to go back into a body and go through all the traumas of being human, navigating them, learning, repeating mistakes over and over until you get it, having your heart broken open, but also loving big and getting to experience all of the sensual pleasures of your five senses. And learning and remembering to develop that sixth sense, which is keeping the communication open with this group of advisors and spiritual investors. Who's on your team? Acknowledge each of them now with perhaps your third eye opening, saying, I see you. Or a smile, or traditional eye contact, or a hug, whatever feels right. Spend the next few moments greeting all of your team members now. And they're telling you now that you can trust them and rely on them. And they're doing all they can to help you and guide you, but you also sometimes have to ask for help. So, in those moments where you need help or you're even feeling desperation, you can throw your hands up and ask for help. Just ask. And usually, several of them will come to your aid. And trust in the divine alignment and the divine timing, especially now with Mercury retrograde. Things, events moving at their own speed, people aligning to have conversations that are needed to have, technology breaking down, perhaps because it's not the time to have that conversation. And know that all of these folks can help manifest your magic, little miracles every day. And so begin to communicate with them by waking up in the morning or before you go to bed, listing all the little miracles and magic in your life. Could be the celebrations of things that you accomplished that were much easier than you thought, that went smoothly with ease and alignment. Or it could have been gifts or prosperity or kind gestures that happened out of the blue to meet your needs. And start to realize that you are not alone, that you have these spiritual helpers on the other side, aligned with you, supporting you. And they can help with the big miracles too, and big magic. So if you'd like to commit to a partnership with them now, you can do that in whatever way feels right for you. An agreement, an energetic bond, a hug. And agree to trust and have faith and to receive. And to release the need of aggressively pushing and forcing something that is not yet for you or not aligned. Sometimes we have to let those things go so that something even bigger and better can come through. So have faith and trust. In a few moments, we'll end this meditation, but first, I'd like to invite you to envision the miracle, the magic that you're craving in your life right now. And there might have been something that you thought you wanted before we went into this meditation, but now that you are in this soul body and you're in touch with your spiritual support team, what desire, what magic, what miracle is coming out for you now? What is it that you truly want for your life more than anything right now? And the more aligned it is with the needs of others and something that can benefit others, the better it will manifest, because we're in this Aquarius energy now. Just looking at the collective, the good of all. And the stronger and more happy each person is, the stronger the collective is. What's your big desire? Your miracle? Ask for it now. And so it is. Allow those seeds to be planted and imagine and intend that they pop up in the spring or sooner. Be open to receive, and until then, noticing the itty bitty miracles, celebrating them each night before you go to bed. And so, as you begin to come back into your body, hands on your thighs, feeling the warmth in your hands that you've created through aligning your energy. Once you open your eyes very slowly at your own pace, I'd like you to grab a piece of paper or a journal and write down 3 celebrations today or miracles, small ones, something that happened that lit you up. And then do this every night and see what comes into your life. Thank you all for joining, for watching this video. And I would like to invite you, if you like this sort of thing, to also check me out on Clubhouse. So I'm here on Instagram Tuesday and Friday for bedtime meditation, 7 p.m., 10 p.m. And then on Clubhouse, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard, 1 p.m. Eastern. Every Tuesday and Thursday, I'm combining my forces with Tara Brennan, who is a meditation coach, meditation teacher. She has an academy where she teaches meditation as well as intuitive clairvoyant gifts, and she's clairvoyant herself, been training in that for decades. And today's Friday. Last Tuesday, she did aura readings for your business and money. It was really powerful. Obviously, it's only an hour, so only the first 3 or 4 people to come in can get a reading. But if you show up right at 10, you'll probably be guaranteed to get a reading. It's all free, which is an amazing gift on her part. And next Tuesday, we are going to be doing a Clubhouse on relationship readings. So we're going to be reading auras and giving insight on relationships. She's going to be using her clairvoyant abilities, and I'm going to be sharing some relationship science, kind of like a Q&A. So if that interests you, please join us Tuesday on Clubhouse, Natasha Edwina and Tara Brennan. And I will see you back here next Tuesday. Otherwise, check me out on natashaedwina.com. And if you sign up for my newsletter, you get a free gift, an ebook on the gut-brain connection, nutrition, and mental health. All right, I will see you all soon. Good night.